America This Morning continues. Once again, here's Ryan Owens.
Finally this morning, Valentine's Day is Thursday, and that's a favorite day for men to pop the question. But these days, making a marriage proposal is big business. Details from ABC's Gigi Stone.
Would you?
From Little Women to Rocky.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind marrying me very much.
Getting down on one knee has been giving men sweaty palms. Men like Dave McDermott.
Every time I kept thinking about how to do it, I wasn't sure if it was the right way.
In an age when you can hire someone to pick up your dry cleaning or walk your dog, he thought, why not pay someone to put the pro in proposal?
One of the big emerging trends in proposals these days is hiring a proposal planner.
It can cost anywhere from a few $100s to more than $15,000. But for some men, no price is too high.
There's so much pressure on them, and they haven't planned things like this before, and so where a girl goes to a planner to help her plan the actual day, but this is his day.
This ring.
Some of the more elaborate proposals, hiring a Broadway theater complete with fake cast and audience to stage a play with the proposal written in. An engagement ring hidden in a shell on the ocean floor. Dave opted for something more low-key, a simple carriage ride through Central Park, with a photographer hiding in the bushes to document it all. Critics see this trend as an extension of the $160 billion wedding industry, moving from the bride's day to the groom's.
I think that certainly the groom is a very attractive proposition for people in the wedding industry, and one that has been underexploited in a way.
But Dave McDermott doesn't feel exploited. He just feels happy she said yes. Gigi Stone, ABC News, New York.
And with that, we invite you to stay with us for Good Morning America. We'll have details on a new study that says diet soda may actually make you gain weight. I'm Ryan Owens. Thanks very much for watching America This Morning.
It's the final push to Virginia's primary as Hillary Clinton makes big changes, and Barack Obama says he's tough enough for the job.
You're watching WHSV Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. It's Monday, the 11th of February. I'm Lori Lee Victorino.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike McNeil. Also coming up this morning, if you want extra gold for the golden years, then you need to make the right choices. Example, Roth or regular retirement plans. Which one's best? We'll have that for you on Money Talks. That's coming up about 20 minutes till the hour.
Plus, doctors want you to put weight on when expecting a child, but too much where it compromises your health. But how much is safe? We'll have the answers for you in your Medical Minute in about 15 minutes.
All right, right now, though, let's get over to the First Alert Storm Center where, as promised, it is just bitter cold out there. Kirk, you said it would be.
That's right.
And wind,
it is, but, man, it's clear.
It's clear out there. Excuse me, I'm just getting my pants sorted out here, my
That's right.
winter pants here.
Bringing your laundry
because
with
you know,
you.
I tell you, I at least put on the extra pants this morning, but what I was thinking of going down the hill is goggles. So if you're riding a bicycle,
maybe just a ski mask.
Yeah, that's what I mean, ski mask, goggles type thing. So if you're a crazy person like me and you ride your bicycle to work when it's 14 degrees in the wind, and look at the dew point. Forget about doing anything with your hair. Just forget it. This is the driest morning of the year. The dew point 13 degrees below zero. Wear some goggles out there. Wind chill advisory in the mountains. Notice not in effect for Rockingham County or Augusta County, where you see that pink, because your skin will turn toasty pink in that cold weather out there. All right, here it is for the kids getting going this morning. Even if they're not, if they're just walking to school, goggles a good idea because it's cold. Lots of sun, but not as windy. However, our weather's going to change again for tomorrow for Election Day. I'll let you know what to expect in just a moment.
Thanks a lot, Kirk, for all our top stories and news that happened overnight. WHSV's Haley Harrison joins us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Haley, candidates just a step closer to the White House. We just don't know which one, actually, at least on the Democrat side.
Right, yeah. They're certainly close enough to the White House in proximity because they've been here in the Commonwealth this weekend. Now, there's a new woman in charge of Hillary Clinton's campaign this morning. After losing key races this weekend, Clinton replaced her chief of staff with longtime aide Maggie Williams. Also, the campaign recognized a private scheduled visit with once rival John Edwards slated for today. The point of that meeting is to ask for Clinton to ask Edwards' support. Confidants say Edwards is torn between which candidate to back. And campaigning continued for both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama throughout the weekend. Obama claimed a victory last night in Maine, but right now all of his efforts are focused on Virginia, Maryland, and D.C., holding primaries tomorrow. Here's what Obama had to say at a rally in Virginia Beach last night.
Lately, Senator Clinton's been saying, well, you know, Obama, he might not be able to go after those mean old Republicans. And I had to explain to people that I'm skinny, but I'm tough.
The bodies of missing sugar refinery workers have all been recovered in Georgia. Just as crews were wrapping up around sunset last night, they found the sixth and final body. And more than 3 days after an explosion at the plant, fires are still burning in 3 100-foot-tall silos. Now there's the threat that those structures might collapse. Today, crews will smother the fires by using construction cranes to dump sand on the silos. 17 workers are in the hospital in critical condition. 3 others were released from the hospital Sunday. And a fire in North Carolina claims the lives of 4, including 3 children. In St. Paul's, homeowner Terry Glover returned home from work to find his house on fire. He was able to save his girlfriend and 1 child, but unsuccessful when he went back for the others. The cause of the investigation is under investigation, but officials say it does not appear suspicious. And Interstate 81, just north of the Commonwealth, is the site of a 68-car pileup. All lanes of I-81 in eastern Pennsylvania have opened after that accident involving dozens of cars and trucks. It happened near Hazleton in a blinding snow squall. 1 woman was killed when her car got wedged beneath a tractor trailer. At least 30 were injured in that accident, and drivers who survived the accident say that when that snow swept in, visibility just absolutely dropped to 0.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably had all the high winds that we had here.
They did, and I think, yeah, you can definitely see that on the video.
Winds didn't help at all. Thanks a lot, Haley. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot.
Well, Virginia is under a state of emergency after those winds we were just talking about fueled fires all across the Commonwealth yesterday.
Governor Kane has the Virginia National Guard ready to battle wildfires after the high winds caused downed trees and power lines. The Virginia Department of Emergency Management is working to coordinate requests for assistance from local governments. The worst of the fire damages happened mostly east of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
About 9 counties have been declared local emergencies because they simply don't have the resources to battle those blades. Orange County is one of those areas, and they're using the help of firefighters from the towns of Luray, Stanley, and Shenandoah for help.
Dry weather and harsh winds made conditions perfect for those fires, especially in Augusta County. This is in Fishersville last night. A brush fire broke out in the field behind St. James Evangelical Lutheran Church. Augusta County fire officials say hay bales caught fire and spread quickly throughout the field due to strong winds, and firefighters suspected the fire might threaten the church about 50 feet away, and the fire department is currently investigating that blaze.
Here's a look at some of the fire totals we have from some other areas in the Shenandoah County. As of last night, Rockingham County reported 2 brush fires, both in Elkton. 1 minor brush fire in Harrisonburg, Augusta County. Now, Augusta County was busy reporting a total of more than 90 fires. Stanton reported 2 minor grass fires at this hour. We will have more information on Shenandoah County. Fire officials blame down power lines from heavy winds and other fires.
And here's a look at some more of the wind damage. Take a look right here. You can see where this roof was clearly no match for the heavy winds. Many people spent the day assessing damage to their homes, cars, and businesses, and a few spent the day trying to find out where the wind blew their trash cans.
Well, high winds, those trash cans are expensive. You can't let those blow away. High winds and power crews are working throughout the state to restore service to thousands of customers. As of about 3 o'clock this morning, Dominion Power alone estimated more than 30,000 customers statewide are without power. But here's a look at how things stand in the valley. Dominion Virginia Power has more than 1,100 customers in the Shenandoah Valley without power. We do not have the numbers for Harrisonburg Electric Company at this hour, but they tell us they have received calls because folks are out of power. Shenandoah Valley Cooperative is reporting 160 customers without power, down from about 900 last night. Well, tomorrow is the day we've all been talking about for so long, when Virginians have their voice heard in choosing our next presidential candidate.
That's right. With the recent dropout of Mitt Romney and the Democrats hanging neck and neck, the Commonwealth's decision is more crucial than ever. WHSV's Emily Brown spoke with the local registrar about what you can expect as you cast your vote. Emily?
Laura, the polls will open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and close at 7. And in between those 13 hours, Virginians will help decide who gets the presidential nods. Now, if you've already voted in an absentee ballot for, say, Mitt Romney, who has withdrawn, unfortunately, you're stuck with that vote. But keep in mind, this is not party registration. Your name will simply be given to the party in which you vote after the election. But as these next 24 hours go by and you're deciding on your final decision, the local registrar is pulling everything together to make sure you're heard.
Doing a lot of last minute things, a lot of last minute details, but what we're doing today is giving the supplies to the people that are working out of the polls. The election officers are going to be coming to the office here and picking up their materials. And so it's going to be a busy day making sure that the polls are ready.
Tomorrow is a dual primary, so you will be asked which ballot you would like to vote on. Remember, for this vote, it doesn't matter which party you are registered with. Laura Lee.
Emily Brown, thanks a lot. More students joining in on the opportunity to impact the 2008 presidential race. In Virginia, more than 22,500 people younger than 25 registered to vote during the first 2 weeks of January before primary registration deadline, slightly more than 60% of total new registrants. And an independent poll shows Barack Obama and John McCain in the lead as favorites by Virginia voters. The poll by Mason-Dixon Polling and Research shows Obama ahead of Hillary Clinton by 53% to 37% in the Democratic race. On the Republican side, it's McCain with 55% to 27% for Mike Huckabee and 5% for Ron Paul.
Former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore is endorsing Senator John McCain. Gilmore says McCain is a proven conservative leader with a record of cutting taxes and eliminating wasteful government spending. Representative Thelma Drake also plans to endorse McCain. She plans to make her official announcement today. That's going to happen in Virginia Beach. Senator Barack Obama will be in the Commonwealth and bringing in votes until the end. He was in Alexandria yesterday. Obama was also at the Jefferson Jackson dinner in Richmond. That took place Saturday. Has the longtime support of Governor Tim Kaine, who was also at that event. Obama plans to hit Roanoke and Virginia Beach today before the primary tomorrow. Also campaigning before the primary was Senator Hillary Clinton. Clinton spent her day in Manassas. After thanking the crowd, Clinton began her speech by saying there is no guarantee that our country remains what it has been unless we make it so. Clinton will be addressing a political class at UVA later today. And we don't want to forget Republican candidate Mike Huckabee. He's going to be at the Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport later today. Huckabee made his way to the late Reverend Jerry Falwell's Church Thomas Road in Lynchburg yesterday, regardless of independent polls, showing him being nearly 30 points behind McCain in Virginia. He says he still expects to win the primary tomorrow.
And the 3 things to know before you head out: there will be free AIDS testing from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. today in Harrisonburg. For more information, call Kim Wetzel at 574-5244.
And the city of Harrisonburg is going to be out and about collecting debris from last week's ice storm this morning. Probably going to manage to pick up some wind stuff too.
Yeah,
if I had
exactly.
to guess. Crews will only make one pass through the streets, so the city residents are asked to make sure they have all their debris stacked up, out, and in time.
You know, that's if they find their garbage cans.
If you can find them.
The Saltimbanco bus, a troupe of street performers, is coming to Stanton to announce Cirque du Soleil's John Paul Jones Arena in late February. That's where they'll be performing. They will stroll down Beverly Street in downtown Stanton from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m.
We don't want them to get blown away. Kirk, tell me these winds will be died down by 11 o'clock in downtown Stanton for that parade.
I think they've already died down, but I think they're probably going to make 2 passes on that. debris pickup because there's debris all over my yard again. I had it cleaned up. It's all over the place again. They did a good job last time, I will say. Amazing. Public Works, nice job. Temperature, look at these numbers out there. Good thing the winds have died down. 6 degrees in Franklin to start your day. High pressure dominates, but not for long. Okay, these are the wind chill numbers out there. -11 in Pittsburgh. So dress the kids for about 0 as you start your day. But look at the winds. So much better than what we looked at yesterday. We had some wind gusts up over 60 miles an hour reported by our weather watchers. So for today, sunshine is what TrueView shows you, but that won't be the story for primary election day. I'll let you know what will be when we come back. Don't go away.
WHSV TV3 salutes the local businesses that are making a difference right here in the Shenandoah Valley.
My name is Edgar and I work at Sunnyside. Every day I come to work, I feel like I'm part of a great team and I'm building my own career at the same time. We all strive to be the very best at what we do and we're always looking for new people to join our team. Come see for yourself why Sunnyside is a great place to build your career.
Sunnyside Communities, exceptional people delivering exceptional service and making a difference right here at home.
What do I think about living here? I think it's wonderful. It's marvelous. The landscape is beautiful. And the cleaning lady, she is wonderful. And all those that work here are just wonderful. The bus trips, bingo, devotions, and the exercises.
Timberview Crossing offers residents freedom in a relaxed environment while also providing the specialized care that seniors need. Call to schedule your tour today. Timberview Crossing Assisted Living, where home and heart meet.
A good set of tires is all that stands between your family and the dangerous winter roads. So prepare for your chilly commute by coming into Central Tire. With over 60 years of experience serving the Valley, Central Tire is dedicated to keeping you safe. We're committed to having the right tires at the right price for you, and we carry all the top brands you know. And our ASE certified mechanics will make sure your car is ready for whatever Mother Nature has in store this winter. So for quality service and experience, you can expect more from Central Tire.
Everything you need to plan your dream wedding is just a click away. ShenandoahWeddingPlanner.com, the easy way to plan a perfect wedding.
Are you ready? Just one more thing. Perfect.
We're talking about people I've never heard of today.
Yes, Redskins, they finally have a new head coach.
Zorn.
That's
as much as I know.
Jim Zorn.
You
Where's
knew
Zach?
a little more.
Speaking of,
I did. He was a quarterback coach for Seattle.
Do we have any pictures?
But that's really, truly all I know right there.
It's Zach Choate. When I came in this morning, Zach
Still
Choate
here.
was still
Yes,
here.
Zach-
So he's
Zach
left.
does-
He's not just snoozing and something
Yeah, we
with
should
the
get
edit
him
bays
out
or
here to talk to us
about
about
this.
He's still here.
Yeah. So hopefully
I told him to go home.
But I guess this is his first time as a head coach,
Yeah,
right?
at any level, from what I understand.
This is a big deal for both the Redskins and for this guy.
Didn't he say he made a comment? I don't know. You said something about the Redskins colors that he said.
Oh, he called the Redskins colors maroon and black.
Ooh,
But they're maroon
burgundy
and gold.
It's
I
burgundy
knew
and
that.
gold.
Oh,
yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah, he said something about maroon and black, and they were like, no, it's burgundy and gold. But okay.
Let's see how the Redskins do this.
All right,
That's
well,
all right.
let's
He's a coach. He doesn't have to. He's not the Isaac Mizrahi of of the jersey. He'll be all right.
You know,
as you can tell, we give great sports commentary, don't we? Here in the morning.
You can blame it on altitude sickness, the opposite altitude sickness. He's been up in Seattle, and he's, maybe he was feeling a little lightheaded. He came down here with all this regular air, and he can't.
Our air is anything.
I'm just
but
trying to help the
regular.
guy
I'm
out.
trying to transition here. Our air is anything but regular.
It's crisp.
It's crisp. Talk about coming down here. Single-digit wind chills with this Arctic spill. Oh, it's spilled. We're gonna have to clean it up. Clean it up. Wind chill. I just checked to see if it was still in effect. Notice, not for Rockingham County, not for Augusta County, but for the mountains, we still do have the wind chill advisory in effect until 9 o'clock this morning. Wind chills -5 to -15. That means the cooling effect on exposed skin. So the thing to have there is not having exposed skin, and it's so dry. I mean, my eyes are drying out now because indoor relative humidities are just unbelievably low, like 10%. This is the driest morning you'll deal with this year. And your hair, just give it up for today because it's so dry. These are the wind gusts that we had from our weather watchers yesterday. Look at this. Everybody here. Just talked to Butch in Oldfields. He says it's about 8 miles an hour now, which is a lot better. So all of these wind levels above what would be necessary for a tropical storm. That's winds of 39 miles an hour. But of course, our weather yesterday was anything but tropical. 18 in Stanton to start the day. But in the North Valley, look at these numbers. Petersburg, Arlen checked in at 10, 11 in Oldfields. We're at 14, and here's something that's amazing. This is it. I'll bet you, 3 dinners at Burger King, Mountain Valley Burger King, we love them. 3 dinners at Burger King that we don't have a dew point level lower than this during any Daybreak newscast this year. Minus 13 is incredibly low this time of the year. To have a humidity at 27%, that's just crazy out there. So that is very dry. You get the Visine out today as you get going. But here's a key too. The winds are much, much lighter, and the wind chill with very light winds at Harrisonburg, not looking too bad. That's actually the airport at Weir's Cave, but below 0 back in West Virginia. That's why that wind chill advisory is still in effect, and those are those dew points. Wow. So high pressure briefly in control, but look what's trying to stream its way in for tomorrow. We do have moisture that is in place for tomorrow, and it may start at this time tomorrow as a little snow, but then we're going to have a southerly flow and warm up, so it changes to rain. So it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. Today actually fairly quiet, cold, wind is fading. This could be the coldest morning that we have until next winter at this time. So here's what happens as we go into Tuesday. Look at this. Early tomorrow morning, maybe a little snow factoring in, and then it changes to rain. So there's got to be no excuse for you not to get to the polls, especially, say, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, that range. That's generally when the crowds are going to be the lightest. High today, it's freezing. It's freezing. But then it's going to be a kind of a nondescript winter week. And I'm sorry, snow fans, best chance of precipitation on Wednesday, and it's rain. Laura Lee?
Thanks a lot, Kirk. About 19 minutes after the hour and time for this morning's Medical Minute. Doctors generally recommended that women gain between 25 and 35 pounds during pregnancy when they're expecting a single baby. Too little weight can put the baby at risk for malnutrition and small size, while too much weight increases health problems for the mother. Women who gain such excess weight are at greater risk for pregnancy-related diabetes and high blood pressure. They are also more likely to suffer complications during birth. Doctors advise pregnant women to eat a healthy diet without too much saturated fat, soda, or desserts, but consuming too few calories can harm the baby's development. And the government warns the popular anti-wrinkle drug Botox and a competitor have been linked to dangerous botulism symptoms in some users. Some of the cases have been so bad that a few children given the drugs for muscle spasms have died. The FDA's warning includes Botox, a wrinkle-specific version called Botox Cosmetic, and competitor Myoblock, and the drugs use botulinum toxin to block nerve impulses, causing them to relax.
21 minutes after the hour on Daybreak, where we get you the weather every 10 minutes. After the break, we'll have your local birthdays. Plus, we'll take more of the state of emergency here in Virginia, along with your weather right after the break.
This morning's First Alert traffic updates are brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
You know you've always wanted it, and now you can actually have it. Granite countertops, the look and feel of luxury. In stock now and starting at just $10 per square foot. At Classic Kitchens, we've added a new line of granite with you in mind. Imagine gorgeous granite countertops in your kitchen and bath and how it will increase the value of your home. Call us today and make your kitchen a Classic Kitchen.
A beautiful kitchen is always classic. Classic Kitchens.
Pleasant View, 35 years of success stories. David came to Pleasant View in 1979. Linda came in 1980. For 23 years, these two people dated and were married in 2003. Both loved to spend time in their own home with their cats and with each other. Pleasant View, for 35 years, helping people be all they can be.
Oh, wait, hon, you got a little something on you. I'll get it.
Thanks, hon.
Bye.
Ever since the Millers switched to Intello's wireless,
Hello?
it's kind of like they're finding money everywhere they look. You can start cashing in too, because now through Valentine's Day, buy one razor for just 99 cents and get one free. Intello's, the best value in wireless guaranteed. WHSV, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding vacancies at this station. If your local organization would like to receive information about job vacancies, email Candace Miner or call 540-433-9191.
Alert Storm Team Forecast with meteorologist Kirk Client.
That's agony out there in Phoenix last night. Wizards in that late game lose by 1 point. At least the Capitals are winner in OT over the New York Rangers. Here's a meteorological guarantee for you. Great visibility. The kind of wind that we've had, you know it is going to be clear. And look at the dew point. I know, I just can't get over that. 13 degrees below zero is the dew point, which means I tried with my hair this day and I said, forget it. You know, forget. If you're still lucky enough to be my age and have hair and a man, just let it go, as it's out of control. Wind chill advisory, I just double-checked on this, and it still is in effect until 9 o'clock. They're going to keep that in effect. And please do not do anything like throw a cigarette butt out the car or anything, because it is so tinder dry out there. You could have some real problems. Of course, the governor declaring a state of emergency with the very dry weather. Goggles, a good idea if your kids are crazy like me and rode a bicycle to school or planning on it this morning. I did. Yeah, I rode my bicycle to work, but I was suffering. Needed the goggles out there. I should have worn them. Temperatures, here's what you're looking at in the teens, and these are the wind chill numbers. So in the mountains, 6 below, Pittsburgh at -11. Look at the winds. Still kicking up in Monterey and Highland County, still 21 miles an hour, but Bridgewater down to 5. Stewart's Draft, you're down to 6. So that's some good news. Cold, cold, and cold today, but at least we should have some sun, and that is a good thing. For today's holidays, kind of interesting. Didn't really anticipate, I guess it kind of ties in with all the wind, how it would work out here, but it is Be Electrific Day. So I guess it's just have a lot of electricity, but stay away from any down power lines, that's for sure. I've got mine on. It's White T-shirt day. Satisfied Staying Single Day.
Yay!
Say no to, Al Gore doesn't like this. It's Say No to PowerPoints week. And it's Jell-O week. It's a little shaky there with Jell-O, but there you go. What we came up.
Satisfied Staying Single week.
Since none of us here at this table are married.
No.
Well, it's Valentine's Day.
But we're all satisfied. Yeah. Kind of like Clara Bailey.
Where are our coffee cups today?
I don't
we have
know, but I've got to
coffee
think of
cups.
Happy birthday, Clara. There she is.
Clara.
Oh, look at her.
I certainly hope she's single. She's 2 years old, Mike.
She is single and satisfied.
Oh, good.
With her decision to be single, I'm quite sure. Clara Bailey, 2 years old. She loves Clifford the Big Red Dog, as do I, by the way. One of the creative things on PBS. Awesome.
What if it's Elizabeth? Is it Emily or Elizabeth?
I think it's Emily.
I think it is Emily.
It is Emily. He has a friend.
It is Emily.
Reading
yes.
books and playing with her big brother Tristan. Clara, happy birthday today. I hope you have a great one.
And Seth and Eli Lovell. Do we have their pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're twins. They turned 23. They're twins from Stanton. They are both currently serving in Iraq in the 116th Infantry out of Woodstock, Virginia. Seth is the one on the left. He's a JMU student when not fulfilling his National Guard duties. Eli's on the right, of course, and he's a recent graduate of Bridgewater College.
Happy birthday, guys, and thanks for your service to our country. We appreciate it.
Jean Evans is 30 today. She's a realtor with Keller Williams Realty in Winchester.
That's
Happy
a great
birthday,
shot.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's professional looking, isn't it?
Indeed.
We have some TV3 celebrates today. Brittany Fox is turning 11 and Cody Painter is turning 15.
Issa Weaver is 40-something. We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. And Marilyn Teresa Fry, 71 years young.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. If you want to embarrass you or your own or someone you know or don't know and just want to embarrass them, birthdays at WHSV.com.
That's right.
Or you can just, old school, snail mail it, whatever you'd like to call it, to 50 North Main Street. Just make sure you send it in 1 week in advance.
Yeah, we found one of our old school coffee mugs.
That is really.
Always empty. Oh.
That's so much.
That's true. It's a bolt.
It wasn't coffee, though.
That's where we keep all our extra bolts now. Coming up, go ahead to New York for a technology report.
Plus, the spotlight's on Virginia tomorrow as the primaries finally land in the Commonwealth. We'll tell you what you can expect at the polls coming up.
Oh, what I need this morning. I think I need aspirin and Visine and Vaseline. Chapstick. Vaseline, that's what you need because it is so dry. It's the driest morning we're going to have all year. But that's not going to be the case tomorrow. Our quickly changing weather pattern continues 28 minutes now past the hour.
Oh, no. We're out of ink. It's Dell ink. Cancel the meeting. Postpone the meeting. Forget lunch. We don't need to eat. Back off, people. I need room to think. Help, people! We're going down. Code red.
Great news. You can get any Dell ink at Staples, plus toner, printers, and more.
Code red. Oh, Dell ink.
And save over 20% on Dell ink when you use Staples Rewards and Recycle. That was easy.
When you're sick or hurt, getting the care you need is your job. Worry-free health insurance is our job. Health, auto, home, life. Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage. How fast does a Farm Bureau insurance team settle a member claim? Out of nowhere fast. Auto, home, life, health. Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
The Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce invites you to attend this year's Business Showcase held Thursday, February 14th at the Holiday Inn Golf and Conference Center in Stanton. Area businesses will be showcasing their products and services from 1 to 5, and you won't want to miss the Going Green seminars that will be presented throughout the afternoon. For more information, please visit www.augustachamber.org. This showcase is brought to you by the Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce and these local sponsors.
You won't be needing that old weather channel anymore. WHSV's First Alert 24/7 is here, featuring local forecasts from the First Alert Storm Team, plus day planner updates for your community, and specialized reports from AccuWeather, the world leader in forecasting. It's the important weather information you need from the people who know the Valley. Your old weather channel just became obsolete. Watch First Alert 24/7 on Comcast Digital Cable Channel 204.
14 degrees at half past the hour here on Daybreak. Here's a look at your technology report from ABC's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a new way to improve the quality of your cell phone calls. A company called Audience is unveiling a tiny chip that reduces background noise, making it easier to hear the speaker's voice. The chip will be in some cell phones later this year. And cell phones could actually soon be making our daily commutes a little more pleasant. Nokia helped test some new software that turns GPS-enabled cell phones into traffic monitors. 100 cars were equipped with special devices and sent out on a California highway. The phone sent data about each car's speed and position to a central computer. That data was then used to predict traffic patterns and suggest better routes. Nokia plans to expand its testing soon. If you've got kids in your home, you probably have a room with a pile of discarded toys. A new company called Baby Plays aims to solve that problem. It lets you actually rent toys. Parents can sign up online to get 4 to 6 toys in the mail every month, fully assembled and ready to use. They just send them back when their kids lose interest. There's an idea. Nearly 200 toys are available for newborns through preschoolers. The company even researches the toys to make sure they are safe. Finally, Fizz It Up. That's the name of a device that's inventor says will keep 2-liter bottles of soda bubbly until it's gone. The concept is that because the bottle is upside down, the carbonation collects at the top. It becomes a propellant pushing the soda out while the bubbles stay in. For information on all of these stories, log on to the technology page of abcnews.com. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Ryan Owens.
You're watching WHSV TV3 Daybreak. For the latest news and weather updates anytime, visit WHSV.com.
This morning's Tech Bites brought to you by Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
That is lovely. Thank you. He went to Jared. He went to Jared.
You went to Jared?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores, from the classic to the contemporary, so you'll find the perfect gift.
Exquisite form, wonderful line.
Thank you. He went to Jared. Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Come on, Moose.
Your dog's one of a kind, like no other. And now you have the power to help significantly extend his healthy years. A groundbreaking 14-year study by Purina proves that puppy chow, then dog chow nutrition fed properly over a lifetime, can help extend median lifespan by 1.8 laughable, lovable years. Long live your buddy. Long live your dog. Purina Puppy Chow and Purina Dog Chow.
Keeping power flowing to thousands of homes and businesses, Paul is a formidable man, but no match for something smaller than a spark. It was a clot. If you've been hospitalized with heart-related chest pain or had a heart attack, what doctors call ACS, chances are you've had a clot too. But now Paul's doctor is putting Paul on Plavix. Plavix, taken with other heart medicines, helps provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke than other heart medicines alone by helping keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots. Ask your doctor about Plavix today.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you should not use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some other medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase, so tell your doctor before planning surgery. And always talk to your doctor before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix, especially if you've had a stroke. If you develop fever, unexplained weakness, or confusion, tell your doctor promptly, as these may be signs of a rare but potentially life-threatening condition called TTP, which has been reported rarely, sometimes in less than 2 weeks after starting therapy. Other rare but serious side effects may occur.
Are you involved with a school in the Valley that could use additional funding? If you've got a project that will help make a positive impact in the lives of students and the local community, then you may be eligible for a $1,000 grant. Local businesses that are making a difference are helping area schools financially by donating grants aimed at serving the Shenandoah Valley. Apply or nominate someone today by visiting WHSV.com. Just click on Businesses Making a Difference and fill out our electronic application to start making a difference today.
Now, your First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Kurt Clyett.
Hey, good morning. We spilled some. It's an Arctic spill that's made its way in, but we'll try to clean up as we make it through today. And what's the result of that Arctic spill? It's a wind chill advisory. It's still in effect for the mountains. Notice the winds have diminished considerably in Rockingham and Augusta County, so we don't have it in effect for you in Harrisonburg or Stanton. But, of course, if you're up in Franklin, down towards the Monterey area, you've got it there. Wind gusts yesterday, wow, Stanley, Carl Quintuel checking in at 62. All those readings are stronger than tropical storm force readings, which are 39, of course, but hardly anything like the tropics, that's for sure, when temperatures are near single digits this morning. None of our weather watchers yet checking in with a single-digit reading, but there's a key, dew points. Wow, the driest morning of the year. Temperature at 14 now. How much do we warm up, and what about some snow tonight? Oh no, could it be for primary day? Let you know your full forecast is on the way.
Kirk, thanks a lot. We'll look forward to that. Haley Harrison joins us at the desk now to catch us up on the news we missed while we were sleeping last night. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning. And we got a lot of high winds yesterday.
Right.
A lot, and similar to high winds in Pennsylvania that caused a huge storm.
Right, and on the same stretch of interstate that passes here through the valley, Interstate 81 just north of the Commonwealth is the site of a 68-car pileup. All lanes of I-81 in eastern Pennsylvania have opened after that accident involving dozens of cars and trucks. It happened near Hazleton in a blinding snow squall. One woman was killed when her car got wedged beneath a tractor trailer, and at least 30 were injured in the accident. A fire in North Carolina claims the lives of 4, including 3 children. St. Paul's homeowner Terry Glover returned home from work to find his house on fire. He was able to save his girlfriend and 1 child, but unsuccessful when he went back for the others. The cause is under investigation, and officials say it does not appear to be suspicious. And the bodies of missing sugar refinery workers have all been recovered in Georgia. Just as search crews were wrapping up around sunset last night, they found the 6th and final body. And more than 3 days after an explosion, the plant fires still burn in 3 100-foot-tall silos. Now there is the threat that those structures might collapse. Today, crews will smother the fires by using construction cranes to dump sand on the silos. 17 workers are in the hospital in critical condition. 3 others were released from the hospital Sunday. And there's a new woman in charge of Hillary Clinton's campaign this morning. After losing key races this weekend, Clinton replaced her chief of staff with longtime aide Maggie Williams. Also, the campaign recognized a scheduled visit with once rival John Edwards to seek his endorsement. Obama is also vying for support from Edwards. Confidants say Edwards is torn between which candidate to back. And campaigning continued throughout the weekend for Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Obama claimed a victory last night in Maine, but right now all of his efforts are on Virginia, Maryland, and D.C., holding primaries tomorrow. Here's what he had to say at a rally in Virginia Beach last night.
Lately, Senator Clinton's been saying, well, you know, Obama, he might not be able to go after those mean old Republicans. And I had to explain to people that I'm skinny, but I'm tough.
And of course, Huckabee and Clinton all continuing their campaigns here in the state today.
Yeah, Huckabee at the airport later on this afternoon, I think around 4. Did I get that right? I believe so. Late this afternoon.
Yes, that's right. 4 o'clock. It's trying to
jog your memory there.
We're already going to be asleep by then. So,
I know I will be. Yeah.
I thought, you know, I'm going to ask if I can cover that. And then I found out it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like,
forget it.
I'm done. I'm completely out of it.
Yeah.
Should be interesting though, Haley.
Absolutely.
Later after the show, when we're not on air, I want to see who you think John Edwards is going to back.
Okay.
We'll
talk about it.
I have a feeling we'll agree.
Okay.
That will be interesting. Haley, thanks a lot.
Virginia is under a state of emergency after severe winds fuel fires across the Commonwealth.
In fact, Governor Tim Kaine has the Virginia National Guard ready to battle those wildfires after high winds caused down trees and power lines yesterday. The Virginia Department of Emergency Management is working to coordinate requests for assistance from local governments. The worst of the fire damages happened mostly east of the Blue Ridge.
Around 9 counties declare local emergencies because they simply don't have the resources to battle the blazes. Orange County is one of those areas, and they're enlisting the help of firefighters from the towns of Luray, Stanley, and Shenandoah. And the dry weather and harsh winds made conditions perfect for fires, especially in Augusta County. This is in Fishersville. This is from last night. A brush fire broke out in the field behind St. James Evangelical Lutheran Church. Augusta County fire officials say hay bales caught fire and spread quickly through the field. Due to the strong winds, firefighters suspected the fire might threaten the church about 50 feet away. The fire department is investigating the cause of the blaze. And here's a look at the fire totals for some other areas in the Shenandoah Valley. As of last night, Rockingham County reported 2 brush fires in Elkton, 1 minor brush fire in Harrisonburg. Augusta County was busy reporting a total of 90 fires, and Stanton reported 2 minor grass fires. And at this hour, we do not have information for Shenandoah County. Fire officials are blaming down power lines and the heavy winds for some of those fires.
Here's a look at more damage in the valley from wind. As you can see, its roof was clearly no match for the heavy winds. At least it's stuck in there a little bit. Many people spent the day assessing damages to their homes, their cars, and of course their businesses. A few spent the day trying to find out where the wind just blew that trash can. Well, after high wind, power crews are working throughout the state, restoring service to thousands of customers. As of just a couple of hours ago, Dominion Power estimated that they had more than 30,000 customers statewide without power. Here in the valley, they say they have about 11,000 customers in the Shenandoah Valley without power. We do not have numbers for Harrisonburg Electric, but they have said they've been getting calls of folks without power this morning. Shenandoah Valley Cooperative is reporting just a little over 160 customers without power. That is down significantly from 900 last night.
All right, and tomorrow is the day we've been talking about for so long, when Virginians have their voices heard in choosing our next president.
With the recent dropout of Mitt Romney, the Democrats hanging neck and neck, and the Commonwealth's decision is more crucial now than ever. WHSV's Emily Brown spoke with the local registrar about what you can expect when you go to cast your ballot tomorrow morning. Emily?
Well, Mike, the polls will open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and close at 7. And in between those 13 hours, Virginians will help decide who gets the presidential nods. Now, if you've already voted in an absentee ballot for, say, Mitt Romney, who has withdrawn, well, unfortunately, you're stuck with that vote. But keep in mind, this is not party registration. Your name will simply be given to the party in which you vote after the election. But as these next 24 hours go by and you're deciding on your final decision, the local registrar is pulling everything together to make sure you're heard.
A lot of last-minute details, but what we're doing today is giving the supplies to the people that are working out of the polls. The election officers are going to be coming to the office here and picking up their materials. And so it's going to be a busy day making sure that the polls are ready.
Tomorrow is a dual primary, so you will be asked which ballot you would like to vote on. Remember, for this vote, it doesn't matter which party you are registered with. Back to you.
Emily, thanks a lot. Well, because of severe winds, we're now under a state of emergency, but there are some areas under a wind chill advisory as well.
But Kirk, I don't think you told me that it probably shouldn't be affecting us here in the valley, right?
No, I'll show you what. Let's go ahead and we can take a look and see where that wind chill advisory is in effect. Double checked, it's still in effect until 9 o'clock, but you see it's the counties in the pink because your skin quickly turns pink as it freezes if you're out. Shenandoah up towards Frederick County, also back into West Virginia, Highland County, Bath County. That's where that wind chill advisory is in place for. It's a good thing the winds have died down because look at the temperatures in the teens. 13, 14 degrees is what we're dealing with here. The wind chills, give you an idea, could be worse. Look at Pittsburgh, minus 12. So minus 7 on the ridge tops, the Allegheny Mountains to the west of us. And those winds, except for the mountains, are dying down. So what comes next? It's a quickly changing winter pattern. Got your 7-day when we come back. Stay with us as your Monday gets going. 16 minutes now before the hour.
This News 3 Daybreak segment is brought to you by Expedia.
It's as easy as a walk in the park or a game of catch. It's eating healthy, just like Mom always told you to, so you stay active and on the go. And Food Lion offers a terrific selection of fruits and vegetables and other fresh foods that are more than delicious, they're good for you too. Eat healthy at Food Lion. Good neighbors, great prices.
The Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce invites you to attend this year's Business Showcase held Thursday, February 14th at the Holiday Inn Golf and Conference Center in Stanton. Area businesses will be showcasing their products and services from 1 to 5, and you won't want to miss the Going Green seminars that will be presented throughout the afternoon. For more information, please visit www.augustachamber.org. This showcase is brought to you by the Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce and these local sponsors.
WHSV TV3 salutes the local businesses that are making a difference right here in the Shenandoah Valley. Lehman Diener and Born-Traeger Insurance Agency, Harrisonburg's largest locally owned insurance agency, has now joined forces with Showalter Insurance. Together, these firms will continue to enable Valley businesses and families to prosper, while supporting the local charities, civic organizations, and youth programs that enrich the lives of all Valley residents. We're proud to be a part of a community with companies like these that are shaping the Shenandoah Valley and making a difference right here at home.
I was stuck in a massive traffic jam yesterday on I-66 eastbound. A wind-related tractor-trailer accident out there. It was horrible. So hopefully it won't be as bad today with the winds diminishing. And I attract you guys driving those big rigs and those winds. Man, that is a tough job out there. I mean, you can feel it even buffeting little cars around. But thankfully, the wind is fading. And this may be it, the coldest coldest morning unit. I guess you could say that. Should be until. That's my morning misspelling. It's my misspelling du jour for you. Although it kind of makes sense. Coldest morning unit until next week. 8 to 13 is what we get. Usually somebody catches that and they go, Kirk. But not this morning. We'll fix it though for you. Temperatures there, you go 10, 11 degrees. I think it's a brain freeze. Usually get that in the summer with ice cream. I think I got it now, brain freeze. And this is why my eyes, if your eyes are really dry this morning, maybe check the medicine cabinet. You got some Visine in there? Here's the reason. Here is the reason. 13 below zero for the dew point. This is going to be the driest morning of the year. And your hair, I just looked in the mirror and just gave up. You know, it's just a terrible hair day. 30.10, the barometer is rising, so we won't have quite as tightly packed pressure gradient. The isobars won't be quite as close together today, so the winds won't be blowing as strongly. Lots of sun, but very cold, not as windy. So all the wind advisories, those wind warnings that we had in effect yesterday that Lee was growing crazy about over the weekend, telling you about, they are out of here. Kind of interesting, look at this. See all these clouds form offshore? That's associated with the front, and that actually the colder air moving over the warmer water, so that evaporates some of that warmer water and you form clouds offshore when that cold air rushes offshore. But look at this, we have a little streamer, a little front starting to make its way in with some clouds along the Ohio River Valley, and this is something we're going to watch for tomorrow. Here's a broader view, and you see this energy just moving on in for tomorrow. And then once we get, in the not too distant future, once we get the high to drift to the east of us, we'll start to get a southerly flow, so it could start as a little bit of snow tomorrow morning, but then before changing to rain. But I don't think it's going to have a big impact on your voting tomorrow. Temperatures up to 43, and the warmest it could ever really snow is like 40. So get up to 43, we should be in pretty good shape. But today it's freezing, and it'll be another cold night, and that's it. This might be our last real cold blast of the winter. We'll just have to wait and see. Mike and Laura Lee.
Thanks a lot, Kirk. 12 minutes before the hour on Daybreak. We'll get you that weather every 10 minutes today. Coming up next, your Money Talks report from Stacey Johnson.
He's continuing his special series on the bottom line. Questions you need to know. Investing in a traditional or Roth 401k. That's right after this break.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Finishing fact number 17. Installing drywall can take months, but our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-BASEMENT now for a free video plus a free design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens Corning.
The Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce invites you to attend this year's Business Showcase held Thursday, February 14th at the Holiday Inn Golf and Conference Center in Stanton. Area businesses will be showcasing their products and services from 1 to 5, and you won't want to miss the Going Green seminars that will be presented throughout the afternoon. For more information, please visit www.augustachamber.org. This showcase is brought to you by the Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce and these local sponsors.
Details do matter, especially when it comes to your health. Augusta Medical Center's new digital mammography gives doctors a powerful tool in the fight against cancer. Digital images can be enlarged, lightened, or darkened to give the clearest picture possible. Patients will find the procedure more pleasant with shorter compression times. And digital images are the best option for women with dense breast tissue. Get the full picture of your health with digital mammography, part of the Women's Imaging Center at AMC.
We can't do it without you. Join the March for Babies and help us give every baby a healthy start.
Everyone wants their golden years to be golden. Hard to accomplish if you don't have enough gold, which is why it's so important to save as much as possible with retirement accounts, either at home with an IRA or at work with a 401k, 403b, or other retirement plan. A recent law made enrolling in a work-related plan automatic. One less decision to make. But many employers are now offering another choice, whether you'd like a traditional plan or a Roth. Traditional uses pre-tax dollars, essentially a deduction for money you put in. But you do have to pay taxes on that money when you take it out. A Roth is a mirror image. No deduction going in, but tax-free money coming out when you retire. Now, there's some complicated math involved in figuring all this stuff out, but there are simple, free calculators out there that can do the figuring for you in seconds. But the bottom line is, for most people, in most situations, the Roth will often be the better choice. The problem with comparing a traditional versus a Roth is you can't know what future tax rates will be. So here's a solution. Put a little money into a traditional and a little money into a Roth. Do both. That way you're sure to have a less taxing retirement. For Money Talks, I'm Stacy Johnson.
Thanks, Stacy. 8 minutes before the hour and just flat cold outside on Daybreak. We get you the weather every 10 minutes and we'll let you know how cold it is. Coming up next, the election is causing an unusually high number of college students this time around to want to participate. We'll tell you why. What's their motivation just in Virginia? Plus, we'll tell you where all the candidates will be right before tomorrow's primary. Stick around, folks. Kurt's got your gold forecast right after that.
This morning's First Alert traffic updates are brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
The Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce invites you to attend this year's Business Showcase held Thursday, February 14th at the Holiday Inn Golf and Conference Center in Stanton. Area businesses will be showcasing their products and services from 1 to 5, and you won't want to miss the Going Green seminars that will be presented throughout the afternoon. For more information, please visit www.augustachamber.org. This showcase is brought to you by the Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce and these local sponsors.
At Valley Custom Homes, we take pride in the fact that we're a true turnkey home builder. That means once your property is ready to build on, we take care of everything else. Foundation work, siding, plumbing, electrical, roofing, drywall. We sell the best quality stick-built homes from high-end factory builders. We still have 12 great home building lots in beautiful Manorwood Estates, McGaheysville. Act now before they're all gone. Call Valley Custom Homes in Harrisonburg, 433-3233. And visit our model on site at Dyerly and Lucy Drive, Harrisonburg.
Okay, we'll get new floors in the kitchen and the living room.
During Flooring America's Mix and Match Savings Event, buy any room of flooring, get a second room of equal or lesser value, half price. Plus, take 18 months to pay interest-free.
I'm good with floors. Oh.
With you every step of the way.
WHSV TV3 salutes the local businesses that are making a difference right here in the Shenandoah Valley. Lehman, Diener, and Born-Traeger Insurance Agency, Harrisonburg's largest locally owned insurance agency, has now joined forces with Showalter Insurance. Together, these firms will continue to enable Valley businesses and families to prosper, while supporting the local charities, civic organizations, and youth programs that enrich the lives of all Valley residents. We're proud to be a part of a community with companies like these that are shaping the Shenandoah Valley and making a difference right here at home.
Now, your First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Kurt Clyett.
Oh, excuse me, Teresa. Teresa lives up to her name, our floor woman. She's good. It's her last name, Teresa Good. So she got me some Visine out here. Thank you, Teresa. Nice catch, too. And the reason you gotta have the dry eyes and the chapstick and Vaseline, you need it. 13 below zero for the dew point. This will be the driest morning of the year. I bet the rent money on it for a month. That is just what we're dealing with out there. And even though the wind warnings, wind advisories, they are all expired out there, we still have a wind chill advisory in effect, Shenandoah County up to Frederick County, and then to the west, and that continues until 9 o'clock this morning. Because as cold as it is, you only need a wind of 5-10 degrees to take that wind chill and pump it down below zero. So 10 degrees, dress the kids for it. I think part of the reason I did myself in, I rode the bicycle without goggles this morning, like ski goggles. Really, if you got a crazy kid and is like me and is taking a bicycle to school today, have them with the goggles on there and actually wear some extra pants too. 13 degrees is what we're looking at, 7 in Franklin. What happens tomorrow? Is there a little snow? Let you know coming up. Don't go away.
Kirk, well, more students are joining in on the opportunity to impact the 2008 presidential race. In Virginia, more than 22,500 people younger than 25 registered to vote during the first 2 weeks of January before the primary registration deadline. That's slightly more than 60% of total new registrants.
An independent poll shows that Barack Obama and John McCain are in the lead as favored by Virginia voters. The poll by Mason-Dixon Polling and Research shows Obama ahead of Hillary Clinton, 53-37 in the Democratic race. On the Republican side, McCain at 55, Huckabee 27. Ron Paul just got about 5% of that vote.
Former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore endorses Senator John McCain. Now, Gilmore says McCain is a proven conservative leader with a record of cutting taxes and eliminating wasteful government spending. Representative Thelma Drake also plans to endorse McCain. She plans to make her official announcement today in Virginia Beach. And here's where the other candidates are campaigning today. Obama plans to hit Roanoke and Virginia Beach before the primary, and Clinton will be addressing a politics class at UVA a little later today. As for Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee, he will be at the Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport this afternoon.
Coming up in our next half hour, Virginia is under a state of emergency after severe winds fuel fires all across the Commonwealth. We'll have the details when we return. Also coming up, the primary heads to the Commonwealth tomorrow. We'll explain what you can expect as you go to the polls. That's all coming up. All right, let's go outside and take a look at the traffic. Right now, it's not so bad. Those high winds have diminished, thankfully. You still need to check out the traffic before you head out this morning. To work, to school, or out to play, just go to our website.
I joined the National Guard and never thought I'd be saving lives. It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment. Now I'm on a career path, and I'm the leader of my team.
I put on the uniform, and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Getting around just got easier thanks to VIP scooters. Get your freedom and independence back. Regain your mobility and do those things outside you want to do. Call today or come by to begin your free pre-qualification process for a power wheelchair or scooter at little or no cost to you using Medicare and other insurance. We service what we sell, and we're easy to find. Behind Wendy's on South Main Street, so call or come by VIP Scooters today. Don't wait to find out if you're a winner. Get the most recent lottery numbers anytime on your cell phone with TV3 on the go. Visit WHSV.com for easy instructions. Then get up-to-date results plus up-to-the-minute gas prices. Brought to you by Valley's Convenience Stores.
What do I think about living here? I think it's wonderful. It's marvelous. The landscape is beautiful, and the cleaning lady, she is wonderful, and all those that work here are just wonderful. The bus trips, bingo, devotions, and the exercises.
Timberview Crossing offers residents freedom in a relaxed environment while also providing the specialized care that seniors need. Call to schedule your tour today. Timberview Crossing Assisted Living, where home and heart meet.
Who's the cutest baby? Live's Beautiful Baby Week starts with a special guest.
So this is Rachel Bilson.
Plus, whoa, baby, Enrique Iglesias. Next live.
Closed captioning of this News 3 segment is brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
Snow and high winds caused quite the mess on Interstate 81 just north of the Commonwealth. More on this 68-car pileup coming up right now.
You're watching WHSV Daybreak.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Monday again. It's the 11th of February, already almost a third of the way, a little over a third of the way through February. Can you imagine?
That's right.
It's just flying by.
Exciting.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike.
And I'm Lori Lee Victorino. Also coming up, Virginia is under a state of emergency after severe winds. We'll tell you about the destruction here in the valley in just a few minutes.
Well, speaking of those winds, let's get over to the First Alert Storm Center where meteorologist Kirk Clyde has our first forecast. And Kirk, those winds were just absolutely brutal yesterday. Not only were they strong, they were cold.
And it was loud. In my house, it sounded like thunder for a little bit there.
It was an amazing weather day yesterday. It was like a tropical storm force winds, but our weather anything but tropical out there, that's for sure.
Well, you could sit and watch the clouds and it looked like you know, looked like a time-lapse
That
video.
was TV of the old days.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, wow, let's look at the clouds. Make up pictures in the stars out there. It's a beautiful moon set, though, last night, if you're out watching that. Here you go. 13 degrees, just checked with Dave in Franklin. He checked in his house, it's actually 8. So you get an idea, anywhere between, say, 15 and 8 degrees is what we're dealing with. These are actually the wind chill numbers. 4 in D.C. In the mountains, still 7 below. So we still are dealing with that wind chill advisory. And here's one of the reasons why. You get down into, say, White Sulphur Springs and then Monterey in Highland County, still out at the west-northwest at 16, but they're diminishing. Bridgewater, Stewart, Strath, the wind is down to 6 miles an hour. So today, a lot of sunshine, but cold, cold, cold. Tomorrow, our forecast changes significantly. I'll let you know how coming up in just a couple of minutes. Don't go away.
Thanks a lot, Kirk. For all our top stories in the news that happened overnight, WHSV's Haley Harrison joins us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Haley, McCain kind of took it easy this weekend. Huckabee hit it hard.
Yep.
And then Clinton kind of took it on the chin a little.
Right, and now she's saying it's time to shake things up actually a little bit. Now there's a new woman in charge of Hillary Clinton's campaign this morning. After losing those key races this weekend, Clinton replaced her chief of staff with longtime aide Maggie Williams. Also, the campaign recognized a private scheduled visit with once rival John Edwards to seek his support. Obama will have a similar meeting. Confidants say Edwards is torn between which candidate to back. And Interstate 81, just north of the Commonwealth, is the site of a 68-car pileup. All lanes of I-81 in eastern Pennsylvania have opened after that accident involving dozens of cars and trucks. It happened near Hazleton in a blinding snow squall. One woman was killed when her car got wedged beneath a tractor trailer, and at least 30 were injured in that accident. There was a similar accident near Rochester, New York, involving 30 vehicles. The bodies of missing sugar refinery workers have all been recovered in Georgia. Just as search crews were wrapping up around sunset last night, they found the 6th and final body. More than 3 days after an explosion at the plant, fires still burn in 3 100-foot-tall silos. Now there's the threat those structures might collapse. Today, crews will smother the fires by using construction cranes to dump sand on the silos. 17 workers are in the hospital in critical condition, but the good news is, of course, that yesterday 3 people were released from the hospital.
It's amazing that those fires are still burning.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, I think we were all caught by surprise at how flammable and volatile, especially they said the sugar dust. I had no idea it was so
Hadn't
volatile.
heard of it until Friday, right?
Right. Thanks a lot, Haley.
Thanks a
Appreciate
lot.
it.
Virginia is under a state of emergency after severe winds fuel fires across the Commonwealth.
Governor Tim Kaine has the Virginia National Guard ready to battle those fires after those high winds caused down power lines and down trees. The Virginia Department of Emergency Management is working to coordinate requests for assistance from local governments. The worst of those damages happened mainly east of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Around 9 counties declare local emergencies because they simply don't have the resources to battle the blazes. Orange County is one of those areas, and they're using the help of firefighters from the towns of Luray, Stanley, and Shenandoah. And dry weather and harsh winds made conditions perfect for fires, especially in Augusta County. This is the scene in Fishersville. This was from last night. A brush fire broke out in the field behind St. James Evangelical Lutheran Church. Augusta County fire officials say the hay bales caught fire and spread quickly throughout the field. Due to the strong winds, firefighters suspected the fire might threaten the church about 50 feet away. The fire department is investigating the cause of the blaze.
Here's a look at fire totals for some other areas in our valley. As of last night, Rockingham County reporting 2 brush fires in Elkton, 1 minor brush fire in Harrisonburg. Augusta County was busy reporting more than 90 fires. Stanton reported 2 minor grass fires, and we have not any information out of Shenandoah County. Fire officials blamed downed power lines and those heavy winds for some of those fires.
And after those heavy winds, power crews are working throughout the state to restore services to thousands of customers. But let's go ahead and take a look at how things stand in the valley. Dominion, Virginia has more than 11,000 customers in the Shenandoah Valley without power. We don't have the numbers for Harrisonburg Electric at this time, but they do say they did receive calls for outages. And Shenandoah Valley Cooperative is reporting 160 customers without power, down from 900 last night.
Well, tomorrow is the day we've been talking about for so long. Virginians will finally have their voice on choosing our next presidential candidate.
That's right. With the recent dropout of Mitt Romney and the Democrats hanging neck and neck, the Commonwealth's decision is more crucial than ever. WHSV's Emily Brown spoke with the local registrar about what you can expect as you cast your vote. Emily?
Well, Laura Lee, the polls will open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and close at 7. And in between those 13 hours, Virginians will help decide who gets the presidential nods. Now, if you've already voted in an absentee ballot for, say, Mitt Romney, who has, of course, withdrawn, unfortunately, you're stuck with that vote. But keep in mind, this is not party registration. Your name will simply be given to the party in which you vote after the election. But as these next 24 hours go by and you're deciding on your final decision, the local registrar is pulling everything together to make sure your vote is heard.
Doing a lot of last minute things, a lot of last minute details, but what we're doing today is giving the supplies to the people that are working out of the polls. The election officers are going to be coming to the office here and picking up their materials. And so it's going to be a busy day making sure that the polls are ready.
Tomorrow is a dual primary, so you will be asked which ballot you would like to vote on. Remember, for this vote, it doesn't matter which party you are registered with. Mike?
Emily Brown, thanks a lot. More students are joining in on the opportunity to impact the 2008 presidential race. In Virginia, more than 22,500 young people younger than 25 registered to vote during the first 2 weeks of January before the primary registration deadline, slightly more than 60% of total new registrants. An independent poll shows Barack Obama and John McCain in the lead as favored by Virginia voters. A poll by the Mason-Dixon Polling Research shows Obama ahead of Clinton 53-37. On the Republican side, it's McCain over Huckabee 55% to 27%. Ron Paul showing up with just 5% of the vote. Well, to talk more about the Virginia primary is political analyst Dr. David McQuilkin from Bridgewater College. He's live on the phone with us this morning. Good morning, Doctor.
How are you this morning?
Good morning.
Doing well, thank you.
All right. After a weekend of campaigning here in the Commonwealth, more than 22,000 new registrants in the state of Virginia under the age of 25, like we were just talking about. Now, why do you feel there's an unusually high interest in this race?
Well, I think, first of all, you've got an open seat for the presidency. You've got two candidates who are obviously very active in stirring up public opinion and public response. You've got, I think, in the Democratic side in particular, you've got a very charismatic candidate in Obama, and I think there's a lot of people who are looking for change. When I say change, I mean there's a growing sense of dissatisfaction and distrust on the part of politics and politicians, and what they're looking at is Obama is representing now, in many of their minds, is a new breath of fresh air.
Well, Doctor, considering that many are already naming McCain as the next candidate, do you think Republicans will have turned out the light on Huckabee? Does he statistically even still have a shot?
Well, I don't think statistically he's going to have much of an opportunity, but he can put considerable pressure yet on McCain and possibly force him in many ways to move more to the right than what he may already be indicating.
For example, how do you see that happening?
Well, now we just look over the weekend. We saw Huckabee win a number of races in the central part of the country, and rather handily, I might add. And this puts McCain in a somewhat awkward position. If he's going to make connection to the party leadership and also to the party faithful, party base, then he's going to have to be able to score more effectively in a circumstance where he is basically the last man standing. And right now he's not been doing that. And I think that if Huckabee continues to remain in the race and continues to win, this is going to make it very difficult, even uncomfortable, for McCain to be able to connect to that base, which he's going to need in order to win in November. So what we're going to see very simply, I believe, is that he's going to be able to use these next several months to work actively to put himself in a position where he's going to be able to reconnect with that base.
Thank you so much, Dr. McQuilkin from Bridgewater, for joining us. We'll hear from you in about a half hour. Now, former Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore endorses Senator John McCain. Gilmore says McCain is a proven conservative leader with a record of cutting taxes and eliminating wasteful government spending. Representative Thelma Drake also plans to endorse McCain. She plans to make her official announcement today in Virginia Beach. And here's where the other candidates are campaigning today. Obama plans to hit Roanoke and Virginia Beach before tomorrow's primary. Clinton will be addressing a politics class at UVA today. As for Republican presidential candidate Mike Huckabee, he will be at the Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport this afternoon.
Right now, one thing that's going to affect us all, Republican, Democrat, and Independent, is the weather, Kirk.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mike. That's one thing for sure. We all have rich, poor, right wing, left wing, all have 24 hours in the day the same, and we all have the same cold weather to deal with here. Let's take you into it. One thing we've got today is a lot of sunshine, but it's not going to warm us up much. And look at this, as you go in the early morning, could that be some snow off to our west? I'll let you know. And when we do warm up, certainly not today. Today barely making it to freezing for a high. Your full forecast, it's on the way. Don't go away.
The TV3 Weather Phone Line, brought to you by Shenandoah Valley Electric Cooperative.
Right now at Augusta Dodge Jeep, get 0% APR financing. Right now, get up to $2,500 cash back. Get both during the Zero Plus event at Augusta Dodge Jeep. Get 0% APR financing plus $2,500 cash back on Durango, Commander, Cherokee, and more. It's all here at the new Augusta Dodge Jeep, the only 5-star dealership in Augusta County. But hurry, the Zero Plus event ends soon. The new Augusta Dodge Jeep, Greenville Avenue in Stanton.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Finishing fact number 17. Installing drywall can take months, but our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-BASEMENT now for a free video plus a free design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens Corning.
Oh, wait, hon, you got a little something on you. I'll get it.
Thanks, hon.
Bye.
Ever since the Millers switched to Intello's wireless,
Hello?
it's kind of like they're finding money everywhere they look. You can start cashing in too, because now through Valentine's Day, buy one razor for just 99 cents and get one free. Intello's, the best value in wireless guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Mark Viette. I've got a Connecticut drinking water system from Waterworks, and I can't say enough about it. Before I called Waterworks, I preferred bottled water. Now I can fill my own bottles from the sink with better tasting water. And my Connecticut gives me cleaner, clearer water, and it's non-electric. I've tapped into better water with Waterworks, and you can too.
Tap into better water. Tap into Waterworks.
14 and a half past the hour. One of the worst things about this time of the year is just how much clothing you need. And the reason is because Mother Nature, she spilled the Arctic air. It's not going to be as bad for today. Wind advisory, though, I checked, still in effect for the northern counties, Shenandoah up to Frederick County, and then back into West Virginia until 9 o'clock. This is what I had to wear to come into morning. I got the little funky fingertipless gloves, the hat, another pair of gloves, the winter snow pants, the hoodie, the overage, and then I was fine. Except I actually needed one more thing. I needed the goggles for riding the bicycle out there this morning because that wind just hit me in the face out there. Oh my gosh. Lots of sunshine, cold, but the wind is fading. This could be the coldest morning until next winter, believe it or not. I mean, we could have some nights still colder than this, but we've got many locations. Look at this. I wouldn't say many, but a few at single digits. And Clayton and Bridgewater, the warm spot at 16. You know it's cold. You're talking the warm spot at 16. Dave and Franklin and 8. About, at least they got double digits in the Northern Valley. Oldfield Butchers reporting a wind at about 8, which is a lot better than what we had yesterday. And this is really what's doing it. It's kind of a double play here. You've got the cold temperatures, and then you've got a dew point of 13 below zero. So that's doing it in for your hair, doing it in for the chapstick to get going. Barometric pressure is rising, and without that tightly packed isobars, that narrow pressure gradient that Lee talked about a lot during this weekend, what you get is you get the winds fade. You get the pressure gradient to ease. So still only 17 by 9 o'clock, so maybe we could make it up to freezing. If we don't today, we will tomorrow, but it's going to be another cold night in place with high pressure in control. And then what happens is tomorrow, look at this, we have some moisture streaming into the region, so it could actually start early morning, especially in the mountains tomorrow at this time. We could be talking about a little light snow to deal with, but then we get a southerly flow as the high moves to the east of us, and that southerly flow will warm us into the 40s by afternoon, and then we'll have that snow change to rain. So here's what we've got. The departing area of low pressure, the building area of high pressure, so the difference in pressure between the low and the high is not as great, so the winds aren't as great. Here's what we've got for 4:30 tomorrow, maybe a little winter mix for election day as these systems move in a hurry on into the region. So this is it for real cold weather. This is going to be our coldest night, but tomorrow night could be kind of cold too, and then basically all week. You know, it's kind of typical winter. Outside of yesterday and today, it's really not winter weather that you'll remember. Enough for a snow day tomorrow? I don't think so, but there's always that hope, so be sure to join us with Daybreak at 5 a.m. just to find out. Mike and Laura Lee?
We gave away about 18,000 calories worth of Girl Scout cookies last week.
A little more than that.
Maybe
huh?
even
yeah,
more.
I think
36.
More.
I don't know, a lot. Nevertheless, we gave away a lot of Girl Scout cookies and pizzas. Here was our very last question.
Yep, there are always 3 varieties of cookies that are sold all over the U.S. What are they?
There you go. Thin Mints, Do-Si-Dos, and
shortbread.
Shortbread. All right, good times. We're done with that. We're moving on. Abraham Lincoln trivia this next couple days anyway.
Yep. We're giving away a pizza.
Where were Abraham Lincoln's parents from?
I have an idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks around here should know that answer. Where? All right, trivia, WHSV.com, name, address, telephone number, and the very specific answers to that question. We'll hook you up with a Domino's pizza. All right, let's take a look at the lotto numbers from last night. Pick 3, 113, pick 4, 2, 4, 4, 8, and the cash 5, 1, 3, 12, 22, and 32. Hope you just got rich, everybody. Got a circle, just got the square.
2 o'clock. Can you set that up? Can you shoot him an email?
2:30. Yeah.
I take it you'd like a more powerful engine?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You talk, we listen. Now get a 3.5-liter V6 at no extra charge on Dodge Charger SE Plus. Available in cool vanilla. Get 0% financing plus $500 cash allowance and our lifetime powertrain warranty with unlimited mileage. It's a new day. Dodge.
Every day, Dominion biologist George Birdsong helps hundreds of fly fishermen enjoy Virginia's catch. He's part of a team of scientists whose job is to preserve our state's natural resources. When Dominion built its hydroelectric station in the Allegheny Highlands, the team worked to protect the local trout, plants, and even insects. The work is never ending. But then again, so is Dominion's commitment to the environment, because what we do every day powers your everyday. Dominion, it all starts here.
WHSV, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding vacancies at this station. If your local organization would like to receive information about job vacancies, email Candace Miner or call 540-433-9191.
Turn left. Weird. Turn right. Turn left. You want a navigation system?
That'd be great.
You talk, we listen. Get GPS navigation with real-time traffic at no extra charge on Chrysler 300 Signature Series. Get 0% financing plus up to $500 cash allowance and our lifetime powertrain warranty with unlimited mileage. It's a new day. Chrysler.
20 minutes after the hour, 14 degrees on Daybreak. We'll get you that weather here in a few minutes. Right now, though, here's a look at your Money Scope report.
Good morning. Here is your Money Scope report. It's back to the drawing board for Microsoft. Yahoo is expected to reject the software maker's takeover bid today. Yahoo's board believes the nearly $45 billion offer undervalues the company. The internet giant is exploring options to remain independent, including a possible partnership with Google. Microsoft may consider raising its offer for Yahoo. Chrysler is building support for its new strategy to boost profits. Chrysler's dealers are backing the plan to drop models and consolidate dealerships. The company says it will eliminate as many as half of its roughly 30 models. It also wants dealers to create superstores for its 3 brands, Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez is threatening to cut off oil to the U.S. That's if ExxonMobil wins a legal battle against his country's state-run oil company. Exxon is trying to get back billions in assets seized by Venezuela. This isn't the first time Chavez has threatened to cut off oil. Writers for some of your favorite TV shows could be back on the job as early as Wednesday. Union leaders are unanimously recommending that striking writers accept a tentative deal with producers. They want writers to vote on Tuesday to end the 3-month walkout, which would allow them to get back to work immediately. Finally, Fool's Gold was box office gold this weekend. The romantic adventure starring Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson opened with $22 million in ticket sales. Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins debuted in second place, with the Hannah Montana concert movie falling to third. Coming up on Good Morning America, why you may want to drop diet soda if you're looking to drop some weight. We'll explain on GMA. And that is your Money Scope report. I'm Ryan Owens.
WHSV TV3 Daybreak. For the latest news and weather updates anytime, visit WHSV.com.
This morning's Money Scope report brought to you by Chocolate and Vanilla Silk Soy.
The girls are here for book club. Along with the other treats, I'm gonna get them to try silk.
You know what? Just a small amount. Very small amount.
All right, we'll do it at the same time. Yes. Oh, yes. Cheers. Yeah, it's really good.
Wow, I'm very surprised.
I told you. It's really good.
What makes Silk the soy milk bestseller? Great taste, sure. But Silk also has all the goodness of milk, like calcium, vitamin A, and vitamin D, plus heart-healthy soy protein, antioxidants, and omega-3s. Silk, take a sip forward.
I want to be home. I mean, a new home.
Now's a great time to buy a home. RE/MAX.com shows you all the listings in thousands of cities and towns. Visit RE/MAX.com today.
Well, first of all, they're not all the same. Like finding a really good man, it's like finding a really good bra.
Sometimes you get those ugly little lines from digging in like,
The Playtex 18-hour Comfort Lace Bra.
Finally, a comfortable, supportive bra that's actually pretty.
Playtex, who knows you like we do.
Love your salad even more with Wishbone Salad Spritzers. And with less than 2 calories per spray, you can spray just the way you like, any way you like.
Discover the smooth skin that lies beneath with new Olay Exfoliating Ribbons Body Wash. A ribbon with tiny microbeads and seaweed extract gently exfoliates. Your skin is velvety smooth.
I'm feeling fine whenever you shine. Give me your light, make it alright. I wish you were here to shine.
I love you, Stephanie. All right, fellas, you're icons, and icons need their own show. You're plastic surgeons. You'll do any operation for $1. That's ridiculous. It's too complex. Put it down. You save people from other value menus for $1.
That makes a show?
Welcome to reality television, boys.
Yeah!
Now I think they're parking.
Whopper Jr. and Spicy Chicken Crisp, $1 each on the BK value menu.
This Daybreak segment is brought to you by Window World of Waynesboro.
Now, your First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Kurt Client.
Oh, coming up at 6:25, that commercial for Florida 30 seconds ago. That sounds pretty good right about now. Now, much of our viewing area, you don't got it. You don't have it. It's not there. The wind chill advisory is in effect to the north, up going to Shenandoah County, Frederick County, and points west. In effect, just another couple of hours until 9 o'clock. No wind warnings, no wind advisories, because the winds have really died down in most locations. However, in the mountains, they're still kicking up 15, 20 miles an hour, hence that wind chill advisory. country. Goggles, a good idea for the kids if they're crazy like me and riding a bicycle out there when it's 10 degrees, because it really gets you with the dry air that we've got in place out there and these cold temperatures. 8, 12, 13 in Stanton, 15 in Waynesboro. There you go. You're the warm spot out there. Here's some of those wind chill numbers in the mountains, -6, -10 in Pittsburgh. High pressure is the rule today. But look at this. Bridgewater, your winds are down to 3 miles an hour. Luray, Tom said about blew away yesterday. 4 miles an hour now, but still kicking up a little bit in the mountains. Cold, cold, and cold throughout the day, but we will have a lot of sunshine tomorrow. Clouds move in. Actually, clouds start to move in tonight, and it may start with a little snow for your election day tomorrow. Oh, no, nothing bad enough to keep you from voting. With all the power issues, kind of interesting. It's Be Electrific Day. I got mine on. White T-shirt day. Satisfied Staying Single Day. I think it'd be very difficult. It's very difficult for mates to put up with TV hours. That's for sure. Say no to PowerPoints week. Al Gore is not happy about that. And it's Jello week.
What were you saying about TV hours?
TV hours, because very few people in TV work, so it's very work normal hours.
Exactly, we don't work.
Let's clarify.
That's
normal
right.
hours.
Normal. Yeah, thank you, Emily, for
Yeah,
adding.
we can't complain about our job with a bunch of people out there watching this, with real jobs.
Right.
We got to be real careful because.
But it's very difficult
we read
because
out loud.
because we don't ever work 9 to 5.
No, we don't work 9 to 5. That part's true. That part's hard.
Exactly.
Trivia. What do we got? Where are Abraham Lincoln's parents from? Where were they born? Do we have a winner yet this morning?
I believe so.
We do. Virginia. His father, in fact, was born in Rockingham County, right here over near Route 11, from what I understand from my research. How about that? They're
All right,
both from Virginia. Terry Tucker of Harrisonburg
Wow.
knew that. We'll hook
Congratulations.
you up.
I heard they're pretty tall.
They were tall. And big into hats.
Which
They like
helped
hats.
elongate them and make them taller, right?
Exactly. Maybe I should
exactly.
start wearing a hat.
Yeah.
There you go.
We should wear
His
stovetop
campaign,
hats.
Abraham Lincoln's presidential campaign when he ran, of course, our 16th president, cost $100,000 for everything that he spent to get into the White House. Now the estimated cost for this election this year, $1 billion.
But you have to think
So-
100,000 back then, that's
a lot
not
of money.
It
equivalent.
still wasn't $1 billion. It
Okay,
still
it
wasn't
still
$1
seems like a
billion.
lot for back then, though. I mean,
It was a lot of money.
$100,000.
We'll have to do the, you know how hard it is for us to do math on the air. but
We'll
that's
do it
what-
later.
We'll do it often. How's that?
I can add this
Still.
up. Clara Bailey's 2.
2, yeah, we can
Yeah,
do dose.
We can do that.
We'll go
Clara
dose.
likes
We got
Clifford the
that.
big red dog, plus Emily, his friend, and reading books and playing with her big brother Tristan. Happy birthday, Miss Clara. Well, I hope you have a really great day.
And we want to say happy birthday to Seth and Eli Lovell. They turned 23. They're from Stanton, and they're both currently serving in Iraq. And they are actually based out of Woodstock, Virginia. Seth is on the left, and he's a JMU student when not fulfilling his National Guard duties. Eli is a recent graduate of Bridgewater College. Thank you for all that you do for our country, and happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Gene Evans is 30. Gene is a realtor with Keller Williams Realty in Winchester. So happy birthday to you, Gene.
We have some TV3 celebrates this morning. There they are. Brittany Fox is turning 11 and Cody Painter is turning 15. Happy birthday, guys.
Elsa Weaver is 40-something.
Yeah.
She's keeping those cards close to her vest, and that's just fine. And Marilyn Teresa Fry, 71 years young today. Hey, let us know what's going on with you and yours.
All you have to do is send us an email to birthdays@whsv.com, or you can snail mail it to us at 50 North Main Street. Make sure you send everything in 1 week in advance.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Coming up next, we'll have all your business news.
Plus, after the break, the primaries head to the Commonwealth tomorrow. We'll explain what you can expect as you head out to vote.
And for your weather, tomorrow could be very interesting. Tomorrow morning, maybe a little snow to get started. And I think 100,000 is only 1/10 of 1% of a billion. For my math on TV. We're talking about Abraham Lincoln earlier. All right, so quiet today. If you can put on all your clothes, well, lots of clothes. Coming up on 6:30, you should see Emily and Mike fighting here. It's too bad you can't see what's going on TV. It's unbelievable. We'll be right back. They're like punching each other. Why? I don't know.
This morning's First Alert traffic updates are brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
Another good thing about Geico is they've got like real live people working there 24/7. So like say you need to report a claim, right? A real person will be there to help you. Then you can use geico.com to view photos of the damage, track your claim, print an estimate. You want an English muffin? They literally hand you a toasted muffin with butter and jam. Oh, it's tasty.
That's a complete dramatisation, of course, but you get my point.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
What defines a leader? One who sets the pace, goes the distance, keeps you safe, gets people talking, and is the best choice for your dollar. Sign and drive off in a Ford Fusion for only $239 a month with 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment. Plus, a no-charge premium maintenance plan courtesy of your local Ford dealer. Hurry, it all ends February 29th.
Spots are just downright annoying. The problem is hard water spots. But a Culligan water softener can help get rid of them throughout your home. So for better water, call your Culligan man today.
Hi, I'm Jim Crawford. To save or defer capital gains tax on the sale of commercial or farm real estate, click on the Valid Pros section of WHSV.com.
I1 Optical offers a huge selection at great prices. Your eyewear frame says a lot about who you are. That's why I1 offers such a large selection of designer names, such as Calvin Klein, Silhouette, Oakley, Nike, and many more. Let our experienced and friendly optical staff explain all of our available options and their benefits. With I1, it's easy to find just the right frame. Visit Augusta Eye Associates, I1 Optical. See the difference.
Box is brought to you by Bankrate.com, your source for interest rates. Whether borrowing or saving, check Bankrate.com first. It's comprehensive, objective, and free.
Now, your First Alert Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Kurt Client.
28 before the hour. I'm just not doing math on the air anymore. I think 100,000 now is 1% of a billion. I'll check and double check on that one. Talking about how much this political campaign is costing this year versus Abraham Lincoln's. Now, what are we talking about? You probably know this already. It is cold out there. Wind chill advisory until 9 o'clock for the counties you see in pink, because if you're out there without any skin protection, that's what your skin does turn. Not in effect for Rockingham County or Augusta County, and there are no wind warnings, wind advisories. Temperatures a few locations, especially in Pendleton County. There you see in the single digits this morning, 7 and 8 degrees respectively in Franklin. 10, 11 when you get in the northern part of the valley, so it is a cold morning. We're at 14, very dry. Driest morning, the dew point 13 degrees below zero, so we'll probably stay freezing, below freezing all day, but that changes for tomorrow and the rest of the week too. Details in your 7-day on the way.
Thanks a lot, Kirk. We'll look forward to the full forecast. However, if you're just waking up and just joining us and wondering, what did I miss while I was sleeping? Well, a lot, actually, and that's why Haley's here to catch us up.
That's right. Hillary Clinton leading in the delegate count.
Right.
But this weekend, Barack Obama actually picked up some speed.
Right, he picked up a couple of big wins, including in Maine. But amid all of that, there's a new woman in charge of Hillary Clinton's campaign this morning. After losing key races this weekend, Clinton replaced her chief of staff with longtime aide Maggie Williams. Also, the campaign recognized a private scheduled visit with once rival John Edwards to ask for his support. Confidants say Edwards is torn between which candidate to back. Interstate 81, just north of the Commonwealth, is the site of a 68-car pileup. All lanes of I-81 in eastern Pennsylvania have reopened after that accident involving dozens of cars and trucks. It happened near Hazleton in a blinding snow squall. One woman was killed when her car got wedged beneath a tractor trailer, and at least 30 others were injured in the accident. The bodies of missing sugar refinery workers have all been recovered in Georgia. Just as search crews were wrapping up around sunset last night, they found the sixth and final body. More than 3 days after an explosion at the plant, fires still burn there in 3 100-foot-tall silos. Now there's the threat that those structures might collapse. Today, crews will smother the fires by using construction cranes to dump sand on the silos. And some 17 people are still in critical condition. But the good news, of course, is that yesterday, 3 people were just released from the hospital.
That is good news. I mean, I think we were all kind of surprised. You and I were in the newsroom. You'd already gone home when this broke. And we were both like really kind of surprised at just how volatile the sugar dust is. Apparently it's very flammable.
And apparently the fires are very common.
And yeah, that was the other thing. It's not uncommon. And the fact that it is flammable goes to show you that fires are still burning.
Right.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Haley.
Yeah. Thank you, Haley. Well, Virginia is under a state of emergency this morning after severe winds fueled fires all across the Commonwealth yesterday.
Governor Kaine has the Virginia National Guard ready to battle wildfires after high winds caused downed trees and power lines. The Virginia Department of Emergency Management is working to coordinate requests for assistance from local governments. The worst of the fire damages has happened mainly east of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Around 9 counties declare local emergencies because they simply don't have the resources to help get those fires out. Orange County is one of those areas, and they're enlisting the help of firefighters from Luray, Stanley, and Shenandoah. Here's a look at fire totals for some other areas in the Shenandoah Valley. As of last night, Rockingham County reported 2 brush fires in Elkton, 1 minor brush fire in Harrisonburg. Augusta County, you ready for this? They say they were busy yesterday finding more than 90 fires. Stanton reported about 2 minor grass fires, and at this hour, we don't have any information out of Shenandoah County. Fire officials blamed downed power lines and those heavy winds for most of those fires. After those high winds, power crews are working throughout the night and throughout the state to restore services to thousands of customers. Here's a look at where we stand in the valley. Dominion Virginia Power has more than 11,000 customers in the Shenandoah Valley without power right now. We don't have any information from Harrisonburg Electric. They do tell us they have received calls because folks don't have power. Shenandoah Valley Cooperative is reporting just about 160 customers without power. That's way down from last night when at one point they had nearly 900 customers without power. Well, tomorrow is the day we've all been talking about for so long, when Virginians will have their voice heard in choosing our next presidential candidate.
With the recent dropout of Mitt Romney and the Democrats hanging neck and neck, the Commonwealth's decision is more crucial than ever. WHSV's Emily Brown spoke with local registrar about what you can expect as you cast your vote tomorrow. Emily?
Lorelei, the polls will open at 6 a.m. tomorrow and close at 7. And in between those 13 hours, Virginians will help decide who gets the presidential nods. Now, if you've already voted in an absentee ballot for, say, Mitt Romney, who has, of course, withdrawn, well, unfortunately, you're stuck with that vote. Keep in mind, this is not party registration. Your name will simply be given to the party in which you vote after the election. But as these next 24 hours go by and you're deciding on your final decision, the local registrar is pulling everything together to make sure you're heard.
Doing a lot of last minute things, a lot of last minute details, but what we're doing today is giving the supplies to the people that are working out of the polls. The election officers are going to be coming to the office here and picking up their materials. And so it's going to be a busy day making sure that the polls are ready.
Now, tomorrow is a dual primary, so you will be asked which ballot you would like to vote on. Remember, for this vote, it doesn't matter which party you are registered with. Lorelei?
Emily Brown, thanks a lot. More students joining in on the opportunity to impact the 2008 presidential race. In Virginia, more than 22,500 people younger than 25 registered to vote during the first 2 weeks of January before the primary registration deadline, slightly more than 60% of total new registrants. An independent poll shows Barack Obama and John McCain in the lead as favorites by Virginia voters. The poll by Mason-Dixon Polling and Research shows Obama ahead of Hillary Clinton by 53% to 37% in the Democratic race. On the Republican side, it's McCain with 55% to 27% for Mike Huckabee and 5% for Ron Paul.
In just over 24 hours, voters here in the Commonwealth will be able to express their vote on who they believe should be their party's next presidential nominee.
That's right. To talk more about the Virginia primary is political analyst David McQuilkin from Bridgewater College, live on the phone. Good morning, Dr. McQuilkin.
Good morning.
Now, voter turnout for a primary is typically light. Now, do you see this year's primary being any different?
Not a great deal. I think we're not going to have the kind of turnout you would have in a general election, but I think you're going to have a turnout probably a little higher than normal, and it's going to be probably a more committed and activist turnout.
Well, you touched there on activists, and I want to talk about that for just a second. We were talking about just how many, what a lot of people will call youth or young voters, 25 and under, have registered to vote for the primary. In time for the primary, this is somewhat unprecedented, at least over the last 20 years. First of all, are you surprised, and how do you see that affecting the primaries?
Well, when you ask surprised, that can cut two ways. I'm not surprised that we have a large number of younger people now with Obama in the race, and I think he's really generated a significant number of younger people to now begin entering into the political process. That is good. The question is going to really come down, while they may be registered, how many are actually going to vote? That's going to be the tail, so to speak, because if they don't vote, then many of them are going to just simply be not out there doing much of anything. If they do vote, they could have a significant impact on the outcome of the race tomorrow evening.
Well, like most elections, I suppose, Doctor, time will tell.
Indeed, that is true.
Thank you, Dr. McQuilkin from Bridgewater College. We greatly appreciate your insight. We'll look forward to probably talking to you again tomorrow. Well, former Governor Jim Gilmore has endorsed Senator John McCain. Gilmore says McCain is a proven conservative leader with a record of cutting taxes and eliminating wasteful government spending. Representative Thelma Drake also plans to endorse McCain later on. She plans to make her official announcement later today in Virginia Beach. And here's what the other candidates are campaigning today. Obama plans to hit Roanoke and Virginia Beach today before Tuesday's primary. Clinton will be addressing a politics class at UVA. As for the Republicans, presidential candidate Mike Huckabee will be right here in the Valley. He's headed to the Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport late this afternoon. All right, let's go outside, take a look at the traffic real quick. Here's what's going on the roads right now. In Harrisonburg, not a whole lot, but the sun is starting to peak up just a little bit. Check out the traffic online, WHSV.com. Click on First Alert Traffic. It's at the top of the page.
A rewarding career in broadcast television could be yours. Just visit VABonline.com. You can post your resume for employers to see and browse the job bank for positions in news, production, sales, and more. Visit VABonline.com today.
You shouldn't let your money go out the window. On that we can all agree. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and you will clearly see. Get it? Windows. We are the window authority. We got the best prices and designs. For example, any size white double hung window installed for $189. Window World, simply the best for less. Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
I'm Brad Chandler, senior partner of the Chandler Law Group, and this is my partner, David Kendall, who's in charge of the Harrisonburg office.
We've moved our office to the south side of town. We're just off the interstate at 3200 Peoples Drive between the DMV and the DuPont Credit Union. We look forward to continuing to serve you at this new convenient location.
If you've been injured in an accident, give us a call and let our experienced personal injury attorneys go to work for you. Call 1-866-CALL-BRAD. That's 1-866-CALL-BRAD.
Here's a smarter eating tip from Subway restaurants. Eat a variety of fruits and vegetables every day. Try a regular 6-inch turkey breast sub with all your favorite veggies under 5 grams of fat. Subway. Eat fresh.
The television of tomorrow is here. Viewers want news, sports, and entertainment on TV, on the web, even on their phones. WHSV is leading the pack with a series of new digital channels, our web channel WHSV.com, and a powerful new set of mobile products. We need a motivated sales executive to help guide our clients through the world of new media. We form partnerships with our advertisers, and if you want to be part of our team, visit WHSV.com and click on the Inside WHSV section to complete an application.
Who's the cutest baby?
Live's Beautiful Baby Week starts with a special guest.
Guess who this is Rachel Bilson.
Plus, whoa, baby, Enrique Iglesias. Next live.
Be happy.
No, that was not Herbie Hancock.
No, you're right. It was the theme song from the Beverly Hills Cop. Axel Foley.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Axel F. Or something like that. Yeah, that was right. Anyway, Herbie Hancock.
McFadden had Be Happy.
That was, I got it mixed up. There you go. Yeah, he got Herbie Hancock yesterday at the Grammys. Got Album of the Year for the Joni Letters. The first time in 43 years since a jazz artist has gotten Album of the Year.
Amazing.
Kind of a big deal. Also a big deal, the fact that Amy Winehouse, who's been in and out of drug rehab, we all know the issues she's been having.
We all do. I don't.
Well, you do now. She's had a lot of issues. Her song is called Rehab.
Oh, really?
But she says that she's not going to
Tony
go.
and I used to hang.
Really?
You know the Tony Bennett?
Yeah, we went to school together. No, not really. There's that Amy again.
She won. She's a little surprised.
All right, come on, admit it. If you're someone like me, admit. 2 weeks ago, have you ever heard of this woman?
Yeah, a lot of people have. Mostly in the
good
news
song.
for drugs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never heard. We can
And
go.
her, yeah.
She's very happy probably for Britney because that's kind of overshadowed her.
Exactly.
It's overshadowed Britney?
No,
Yeah.
no,
No,
Britney's
no.
overshadowed her. That's why you don't know her.
Oh, Britney's overshadowed her because Britney's got more trouble than this Amy woman
Well,
has.
White
Amy's
House.
actually from.
She lives over in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's
There
what
you
happened
go.
last night
Good.
at the Grammys. Amy Winehouse won a
And-
lot. Kanye West won a lot.
And there were no issues.
Barack
from the
Obama won a Grammy last night.
Wow.
For best spoken word for an audiobook.
Barack's got a
for
great voice.
Audacity
Got a great
of Hope.
voice. And there weren't any problems with the writer's strike because it looks like the writer's strike's over.
Looks like that's over.
Looks like they're going to be back to work Wednesday, it looks like. We're working every day for you here in the morning. Let's go ahead and show you what we've got. One meteorological guarantee. Look, great visibility. Anytime you have winds like we've had, you know that the visibility is not a problem. It's an Arctic spill. It's spilled on in, and we still have a wind chill advisory for the northern counties and for West Virginia and Rockingham and Augusta County. Nope, it's not there because the winds have died down. Thank goodness to sufficient levels. Just heard from Leon in 10th Legion. It said his temperature dropped on Highway 11 down to 8 degrees. Here were the winds from yesterday. Carl and Stanley 62 and all the way down to Oldfields 40 miles an hour. All these winds are above tropical storm force levels. So it was wild yesterday. And this is it. I'd bet a month's rent we're not going to see a Daybreak show with a dew point level lower than this. This is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere. So for the atmosphere to be saturated, you would have to have the temperature go all the way down to 13 degrees below zero. That is dry air. That's why you need the Vaseline, the chapstick on your lips. That's why your eyes are dry this morning, especially if you've got the heater going and don't have a humidifier at your house. And your hair, I just gave up on mine today. Barometer moving up, so there's not going to be that tightly packed pressure gradient, those tightly packed isobars right next to each other, so it's not going to be as windy. Lots of sun, but still very cold. It's going to be tough to make it up to the freezing mark for today. So high pressure is what dominates today. And then things get interesting, kind of like the presidential primary tomorrow in Virginia. It's going to be an interesting scenario. I don't think it's going to be anything to keep you from voting, but look at this, a little snow streamer working its way in across Indiana, across the Ohio River, and this is something we're watching for tomorrow. High pressure moving to the east of us, get a bit of a southerly flow, so the moisture could move in tomorrow and actually start as snow briefly, maybe starting about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the mountains of West Virginia. So by this time tomorrow, we could have a few snow showers. There goes the high, moving towards the east of us. This is tomorrow morning, and here's what we mean, a little winter mix. But as we warm up, what snow there is will turn to rain, and we still have this fast-moving progressive system across the country. We're going to shut off the Arctic spill. We're going to clean up the Arctic spill, so temperatures this week will generally be seasonable, maybe slightly above normal. So it's one cold day and then cold tonight, so it could start as snow tomorrow, but I'm not anticipating a lot of snow. And then typical February weather. Here you go, Taylor from Luray Elementary School. I wonder why we have winter, and the reason we have winter, Taylor, is because of the tilt of the Earth on its axis. If we didn't tilt 23.5 degrees, well, we wouldn't have seasons, and actually we're closer to the sun in the winter than we are in our summer. Is that crazy or what? Good question, great picture. Thanks to Taylor from Luray Elementary School, and of course thanks to our friends at Domino's and Domino's.com, where you can order your tasty pizza on a cold winter night online at Domino's.com. More of the news you need to start your day on the way. It's now 11 minutes before the hour.
Closed captioning of this News 3 segment is brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
Thinking about a winter getaway? Right now, get the best prices guaranteed to all your favorite destinations during the Expedia Winter Getaway Sale. Go with confidence. Expedia.
Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport is pleased to announce the arrival of United Express, reuniting you with lower prices, a larger aircraft, and faster connections. United Express is back at SHD. Enjoy in-flight service, easy connecting flights from Dulles, free parking, short lines, and more, all for less than ever before. Saving money on travel has never been so convenient. Call our fare specialist or your travel professional today, or visit flyshd.com.
Okay, we'll get new floors in the kitchen and the living room.
During Flooring America's Mix and Match Savings Event, buy any room of flooring, get a second room of equal or lesser value, half price. Plus, take 18 months to pay interest-free.
I'm good with floors. Oh.
With you every step of the way.
The financial updates you need are now available anywhere you go. Just visit TV3onthego.com with your cell phone web browser. You'll get instant stock quotes and market information, along with local news, weather, and more. Brought to you by Planters Bank. The latest news, weather, and sports highlights. You can see them all on WHSV.com. Just click on any story or use the video player to see individual clips or newscasts. WHSV's streaming video. Brought to you by Shenandoah Spring Water and Coffee.
Coming up on about 8 minutes before the hour, 14 very cold degrees outside. Bundle up, folks. Taking a look at Wall Street. May want to bundle up there, too. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down again on Friday, 64 3/4 points to end the day at 12,182. The NASDAQ up just a little bit, about almost 12 points, 11.82. And they ended the day at 2304. Taking a look at local stocks, it was a mixed day on Wall Street. DuPont, Pilgrim's Pride, Tenneco, and Coors all mildly winning that day. Merck in a little bit of trouble there at $1.17 down. BB&T down $1.22.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Still to come, we take one last look at your headlines, including details on the state of emergency the Commonwealth is currently in. We'll explain why when we return. That's coming right up after this break.
Is brought to you by Fidelity Investments.
My brother and I trade together, and we like the trading tools Fidelity has.
Like Wealth Lab Pro.
Right. We can analyze stocks the way the pros do.
Hence the name.
Right. You could do things like test your strategies up to 10 years back, so you can see exactly how you would have done.
Do you remember you had that strategy of picking stocks with ticker symbols that sounded friendly?
Okay, so that was an experiment with legitimate psychological underpinnings.
Did that work?
I don't really see how that's relevant.
With Fidelity, you can trade like the pros for as little as $8. Smart move.
Introducing Arby's $5 Roundup. Choose from your Arby's favorites for only $5. Like 2 fish sandwiches, or 3 beef and cheddars, or 4 regular roast beefs for only $5. It's a great deal on your Arby's favorites that'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Getting around just got easier thanks to VIP scooters. Get your freedom and independence back. Regain your mobility and do those things outside you want to do. Call today or come by to begin your free pre-qualification process for a power wheelchair or scooter at little or no cost to you using Medicare and other insurance. We service what we sell, and we're easy to find. Behind Wendy's on South Main Street, so call or come by VIP Scooters today.
What do I think about living here? I think it's wonderful. It's marvelous. The landscape is beautiful. And the cleaning lady, she is wonderful. And all those that work here are just wonderful. The bus trips, bingo, devotions, and the exercises.
Timberview Crossing offers residents freedom in a relaxed environment while also providing the specialized care that seniors need. Call to schedule your tour today. Timberview Crossing Assisted Living, where home and heart meet.
If you see breaking news, extreme weather, or great sports highlights, send them to us. Just go to WHSV.com and click on the Submit Photos and Video link. Your footage may be shown on WHSV News 3. Brought to you by Community Bank.
The television of tomorrow is here. Viewers want news, sports, and entertainment on TV, on the web, even on their phones. WHSV is leading the pack with a series of new digital channels, our web channel, WHSV.com, and a powerful new set of mobile products. We need a motivated sales executive to help guide our clients through the world of new media. We form partnerships with our advertisers, and if you want to be part of our team, visit WHSV.com and click on the Inside WHSV section to complete an application.
A rewarding career in broadcast television could be yours. Just visit VABonline.com. You can post your resume for employers to see and browse the job bank for positions in news, production, sales, and more. Visit VABonline.com today.
Introducing Arby's $5 Roundup. Choose from your Arby's favorites for only $5. Like 2 fish sandwiches, or 3 beef and cheddars, or 4 regular roast beefs for only $5. It's a great deal on your Arby's favorites that'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
This morning's First Alert traffic updates are brought to you by McDonough Toyota.
The state of Virginia is under a state of emergency this morning. Governor Tim Kaine has the Virginia National Guard ready to battle wildfires after high winds caused down trees and power lines. The Virginia Department of Emergency Management is working to coordinate requests for assistance from local governments. Well, after those high winds, power crews are working throughout the state to restore service to thousands of customers without power. Here's a look at where we stand in the valley right now. In Virginia, Dominion Virginia Power has about 11,000 customers in the Shenandoah Valley without power. We don't have any numbers right now from Harrisonburg Electric. They do say they have gotten calls for folks without power. Shenandoah Valley Co-op is reporting about 160 customers without power, down from 900 at one point last night.
Virginia's primaries tomorrow, and the polls will open at about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, if you've already voted in an absentee ballot for, say, Mitt Romney, who has withdrawn, unfortunately, you're stuck with that vote. This is not a party registration. Your name will simply be given to the party in which you vote after the election. And an independent poll shows Barack Obama and John McCain in the lead as favorites by Virginia voters. The poll by Mason-Dixon Polling and Research shows Obama ahead of Hillary Clinton by 53% to 37% in the Democratic race. On the Republican side, it's McCain with 55% to 27%, with Mike Huckabee trailing behind.
Cold.
Yeah, it is. Don't let the
weather. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not windy anymore, so we can
At least
take
it's
that
not
word
windy.
out.
That's right.
That's right. The wind chill advisory, though, is still in effect for the northern counties in the valley and to the west. And it could be some interesting precipitation for you for tomorrow, but don't let that stop you from voting today. We start the day with sunshine, and if you got a crazy kid that rides his bike to school like me, goggles a good idea. I mean, that wind really hits you in the face out there when it's 10 degrees or 12. Or 13, or 15, you get the idea. Here the wind chill number, that was just a quick idea to show you where the high was. Here's where the wind speeds are, and they are coming down, for instance, 6 in Stewart's Draft right now. So cold, cold, and cold is your forecast. But tomorrow, an interesting scenario could start at this time as a little snow, but then turns to rain, and then it's just a typical winter week.
All right, Good Morning America is up next.
This WHSV Daybreak segment is brought to you by Geico.